One of the biggest advantages of our technology is the ability to perform millisecond full wavelength range spectral acquisition. The Kinetics Module was designed to acquire multiple consecutive spectra. With it, you can follow a reaction, characterize the emission of your sample or light source, detect any property changes in your sample over time, etc. In this example, we'll follow the LED emission from ignition to stabilization, but the working principle remains identical for different applications. Let's see how it works. Turn the software on and optimize the acquisition parameters. Perform reference and dark measurements, if necessary, and go to the Kinetics module. Click in New Kinetics Analysis, and a new window will open. Here you will define the parameters for the time acquisition. First, don't forget to select the Analysis mode. In this case, we'll select Spectrum, but have in mind that for any other module, it's mandatory to perform reference and dark measurements before starting the acquisition in this module. Next, we need to add to our table the wavelengths we want to follow. Here you can associate the wavelength to a compound name. It's also possible to add a bandwidth. With it, the given result will correspond to the maximum intensity defined by the bandwidth and centered on the wavelength. Don't forget to click on the arrows to add wavelengths to your table. Add a name to your analysis. If we start the acquisition at this point, the software will acquire the intensity of the selected wavelengths. But if we select Save All Spectra, it will also acquire and save all full spectra, allowing you to keep all spectral information in one file. The acquisition frequency is very important. The predefined value will correspond to the minimum acquisition time possible, considering the defined acquisition parameters in the Spectrum module. But you can change it to any higher values. Have in mind that with a few milliseconds per spectra, it's really easy to get thousands of spectra, and sometimes that's completely unnecessary. Press Start, and that will trigger the acquisition. On the left, we have the real-time spectra. In the right, the intensity evolution through time for the selected wavelengths. In this area, you have the name and properties of your kinetics analysis. Here you can see the color corresponding to the selected wavelengths and the option to hide them. We can stop the acquisition at any time and even generate a report. Make sure you save your results. In this case, the .kntms file saves the intensity versus time for the selected wavelengths only, shown in the right graphic. As we selected the Save All Spectra option, a file containing this information is simultaneously created in the folder where the software is installed. We call it a Kinetics All file, and the name is the same, but the extension is .kntall. If we open it, we'll be able to check the Global File Player option. This will allow you to see sequentially all acquired spectra, or reproduce the full acquisition at the speed you want. Cheers!